Hi, superstars. It's time for English. We are on Unit 1, Week 2, and our theme is Get Up and Go. Baby animals get up and go in different ways. We are going to learn the different ways baby animals move. So our question here is, how do baby animals move? Let's listen and find out.
Get up and go. How do baby animals move? Let's see how different animals move. Baby penguins waddle. They move their short legs from side to side. A duckling has short legs too, but a duckling can run very fast. Baby sea turtles can crawl and swim. They push their bodies with their legs. They swim through the water. Animals move in different ways.
All right, now we are going to read about a baby kangaroo. And this baby kangaroo is learning how to get up and go. How do you think the baby kangaroo will move around? All right, so I want you to listen to the story, and the way that you're going to understand the story better is by looking for information in the text and in the illustrations. So as we read, I want you to look for different clues in the story, okay? Now, as we're reading, I want you to ask yourself questions also. I want you to ask yourself questions before, during, and after we read this story, because asking questions helps the readers or the person listening to the story better understand the story. Now let's look at the cover here. This is the book cover. All right. So this right here is the front cover of this book. All right. We always hold it right side up. So when we read, we move from the front to the back of the book. So let's look over here. This is the title of the story. That's called the title. Now, right here at the end of this title is an exclamation mark. Can you say exclamation mark? When there's an exclamation mark at the end of a title or a sentence, that means that you should read the title or sentence with excitement. So exclamation marks always mean excitement. So the title here says pouch. So you don't just say pouch, you say pouch because it has an exclamation mark. Okay, now remember we were talking about genre the other times we were reading some stories, and that tells us what type of story this is. So the genre of pouch is fantasy. Fantasy means that the characters and the events in this story, they didn't really happen. It's just a fantasy, okay? So we are going to listen to the story now. I want you to pay attention and listen for clues. All right, let's listen.
Pouch by David Ezra Stein. For Nile. When he was a brand new kangaroo, Joey lived in the pouch. Until one day.
All right, let's look over here real quick. All right, I want to look at this sentence here. So, how do I know which word we read first on this page? Well, remember, we always start from this side. We always start from the left and we read this way to the right. So when we're reading, we start at the left and we end at the right side. So the first word we read was when. All right, let's continue reading. Let's clear that.
He peeked out and saw the world, and his mama smiling down at him. "Mama," said Joey, "I want to hop."
All right. Can you find a word on this page? Let me get it. Can you find a word for me on page 6? Right here. Here's page 6. This is page 6. I want you to find a word that has the sound. The What word has the sound? M. Do you see a word? Mama. Very good. If you figured out it was mama, do you see there's two M's? And that gives us the sound. Mama. Good job. All right, let's continue reading. Oops.
He climbed out of the pouch and took 2 hops to the tall grass.
All right. So if Joey climbs out of the pouch and he hops onto the grass, how do you think he feels? And how can you tell? So he hopped onto the tall grass, and how do you think he feels? Well, look at him. Does he look excited? Look at his face. He's smiling, so he looks pretty happy, doesn't he? That's the first time he gets out of his mama's pouch, so he's pretty excited. See, those are things to look for when you're listening or reading a book.
"Who are you?" "B."
So why do you think Joey asks, "Who are you?" Who is he talking to? That's right, he is talking to the bee. He's never seen a bee before, so that's new to him. So he's saying, "Who are you?" to the bee. Let's keep reading.
"Pouch," said Joey.
Uh-oh. So what question could you ask about this page? How could you figure out the answer? What do you think? Well, why did Joey hop back into his mama's pouch? How can we figure out the answer to that? So he wants to go back into his mom's pouch, but how are we going to figure out the answer to why is he going back into his mommy's pouch? Look, he's over here. Maybe if we keep reading, we'll find out, right? That's correct. So we should keep reading if we want to find out the answer.
But soon he wanted to hop again.
So we read that he wants to hop again, right? So I wonder what he's going to do next. We have to keep reading, remember, to find out.
He took 3 hops to the little hill.
So he took 3 hops.
Who are you? Rabbit.
Okay, so he took one more hop than he did before, right? So how many hops do you think he's going to hop next time? How many do you think he's going to hop? If he hopped 3 hops this time, how many hops is he going to hop the next time? Let's find out.
Pouch, said Joey. But soon he wanted to hop again.
Okay, so he keeps hopping back when he gets scared, right? So let's see what's going to happen again. How many hops?
He took 4 hops to the sandy hollow.
All right, so he took 4 big hops.
Who are you? Bird.
All right, so what has Joey said each time he sees a new animal? What does he keep saying? He keeps asking, who are you, right? So what does he do next? He hops back into his mama's pouch, right? What will he do this time? What do you think? Can you guess?
Pouch.
All right, so he just saw a bird, and I was wondering too, what is he going to do? He went back into the pouch, right? All right, let's see what happens next.
But soon he wanted to hop again.
He always wants to hop again, right? So he gets scared, and then he wants to hop again.
He took 5 hops to the pasture fence.
All right, now he took 5 hops, so he keeps hopping one more hop each time.
Who are you?
All right, he's asking the question again. Who are you? Because it's the first time he sees another kangaroo. And what does this other kangaroo say?
Kangaroo.
That's right. So he met another baby kangaroo. Do you think he'll be afraid? Let's keep reading to find out.
Pouch, said the 2 kangaroos. Wait, said Joey. You were afraid of me too?
So,
Hee hee, hee
so
hee.
Joey and the other baby kangaroo, they started to run away from each other. What happens next? They both started laughing, right? Why do you think they were laughing? They probably thought it was silly that they were both scared.
Then they hop, 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 hoppity hopped everywhere.
So does Joey get along with the other kangaroo? Yes, he does. How do you know? Well, we read that they hopped everywhere, and in the illustrations, they're together and they look pretty happy.
Pouch, said the mamas. No thanks.
So they weren't afraid anymore. They have met each other and they became friends. So we learned how they move around. They hop. So those baby kangaroos hop. Now I want you to get your Wonders California Unit 1 reading book. So go grab that. It's the Unit 1 right here. Unit 1 reading book. Okay, we're going to read from this. So go get it. All right, turn to page 22. Remember, we were talking about how baby animals move, and we read the story and we watched the video. So now I want you to turn to this page over here. All right, we're going to read this together, and we are going to go over this letter A. This is the apple card right here, and the sound is ah. Can you say that? Ah. So the ah sound is spelled with the letter A. So ah is spelled with the letter A. Say it with me. Ah. Let's listen.
This is an apple. Apple begins with the ah sound. The letter A stands for the ah sound.
Okay, we are going to say the name of each picture, all right? And I want you to practice this at home. Apple. Do you hear the ah sound in apple? Say ah, apple. Alligator. Do you hear the ah sound in alligator? Say ah, alligator. What does that look like? A for astronaut. Can you say that with me? A, astronaut. Good job. All right, we're over here. A for anchor. A, anchor. I want you to repeat after me. A, ant. A, ant. A for ambulance. A, ambulance. Good job. Now we are going to listen for the A sound in the middle of a word. So what is this? Cat. K-at. Do you hear the A sound in the middle of that word? K-at. Cat. Can. Can. Do you hear the A in the middle of that word? Can. And cap. K-ap. The A sound is in the middle of those words. Let's read this word over here. It starts with the letter A, and the letter A says ah. It is am. Am. Good job. All right, let's look up here. We are going to look at this sight word. These are words that you need to know. This is the word we. Can you say it with me? We. W-A-W-E. We.
We.
All right, now we're going to read these sentences. We can hop. We can hop. So this is the word we. Say it with me. We. We can hop. All right, let's read the sentence. We can see the animal. We can see the animal. So I want you to practice reading this every day with either your mom or dad or with an older sibling. So I want you to practice your A sounds. I want you to practice your we, using the word we and reading these sentences. All right? Every day. All right, now I want you to get your wonders close reading companion, and I want you to open it up to page 5. Okay, here we are, page 5. So you're going to answer page 5. Here's page 5. All right, it says pouch. Remember, you listened to that story. All right, the question, that's a question mark. The question is, how does the illustrator help you know that Joey is talking? So how did you know when Joey was talking? You can go back and listen to the story and try to figure that out. Remember, you're going to look at the text, which are the words, and you're going to look at the pictures to figure that out. Then you're going to draw a picture of what Joey wants to do. Remember, what did Joey keep wanting to do? So down here, all right, you're going to draw your picture here. So draw your picture of what Joey wants to do. And then down here it says, Joey says he wants to, what does he want to do? You are going to write it over here. Make sure you put your name up here and the date. So I always want you to put your name, okay, and the date on each page you do, okay? All right, we're going to turn the page, and you are going to do page 6. So the day you have to do page 6, you are going to look over here and read this question. What do the baby kangaroos want to do when they both say, no thanks? So when did they say no thanks? And you draw the answer. Remember, I want you to draw here. I don't want you to write here. So I want to see a nice picture. So you can pause the video, go back to the story, and figure out what they want to do when they say no thanks. Okay, you're going to draw the picture of what they want to do. And then down here, you are going to write. It says, the baby kangaroos both want to. So what do both of the baby kangaroos want to do? And that's what you're going to write down here. Remember, you're going to draw here. You're not going to write. You're going to draw, and then you're going to write over here, okay? All right, good job. Okay, we are going to listen to another story, and it is called Babies on the Move. So remember, good readers always ask questions as they read. So I want you to look on page 35. We're right over here. And I'm going to ask, how do you think baby kangaroos move? So how are they moving? So we're just going to look at the pictures. They jump. Good job. So kangaroos can jump, right? Okay, good job. Now, let's look at this photograph here. So we have a photograph, okay? Now we have labels over here. These are called labels. So the label tells us more about the animals or anything in the photograph. So let's read this label. It says mother, mother kangaroo, and baby. So they're telling us that there's a mother kangaroo and her baby. So the labels tell us more about the animals in the photograph. All right, let's look at this and listen.
Lions walk together. Caption: Mother lion and cubs.
Okay, so what are baby lions called? Well, look at the label here. We look at this label. Remember, this is a label and it's going to tell us something about this picture, right? So let's read this label together. Mother lion and cubs. So here's the mother lion. And what are her babies called? They are cubs. It's right here in the label. Good job. All right, let's listen to the next page.
Fish swim in the ocean. Ducks paddle on the pond. Captions: A school of fish. Mother duck and ducklings.
Okay, so again, we have labels that are going to be telling us more about the pictures. So these are fish and they swim in the ocean. So what do we call a group of fish? Well, if we look at our label here, it says a school of fish. A school of fish is a group of fish. So we call it a school. So whenever you see a group of fish, you say, that's a school of fish. Now over here, the label is saying mother duck and ducklings. So we know that this is the mother duck. And what do we call her babies? Ducklings. Ducks paddle on the pond. All right, let's move on. Oops, let's get rid of that. There we go.
Horses gallop in the field. Baby turtles crawl to the ocean. Captions: Mother horse and foal. Baby turtles.
Okay, so in the photograph here, are the horses moving fast or slow? Well, it looks like they're moving fast. How would you know? The picture shows the horse's legs are moving fast. See their legs? It shows that they're running, right? So what is this label telling us? What is it telling us a baby horse is called? It says mother horse and foal. So a baby horse is a foal. All right, how about the baby turtles? They're crawling to the ocean. Are they in the ocean yet? No, they're crawling on the sand and they're going into the ocean. Let's listen to the next page. Let's listen over here.
Birds can fly high in the sky. We like to watch. Caption: A flock of birds.
All right, so birds fly high in the sky. So this label is telling us what we call this group of birds. So when we see a group of birds, it says a flock of birds. So a group of birds is a flock. Good job. Let's turn the page.
Each movement is different. We can all move.
All right. So it said each movement is different. We can all move. Did you recognize a word that we're learning in the second sentence? It's a high frequency word that we're learning. We can all move. I want you to practice reading that. All right, good job. Okay, let's open our Wonders Close Reading Companion. We are on page 7. We read the story, Baby Animals on the Move. Here's our question. How do the people watch the birds move across the sky? So you're going to circle the clues. So how are these people watching the flock of birds? So I want you to circle the clue in here. You circle what you see in this picture to answer the question, how do the people watch the birds? What are they using to watch the birds? And down here, you're going to write. You're going to answer the question, or you're going to continue the statement. People can watch animals, and then you're going to write that down in this area. So how can people watch animals? You are going to write down here. You're going to circle the clue here and write your answer on the bottom of page 7. Okay? All right. Let's look at page 8. On page 8, you're going to read the little bird, and we are going to say, we're going to answer this question. How does the little bird move? Circle the words that tell you. Okay, so let's read this little poem. Once I saw a little bird come hop, hop, hop. So I cried, little bird, will you stop, stop, stop? And was going to the window to say, how do you do? But he shook his little tail and far away he flew. Okay, so how does this little bird move? You're going to circle the words that tell you how it moved. All right, there's a clue. So I want you to find the clues, circle them, circle the clues on what the words tell about how the little bird moves. And down here, you are going to write baby animals can, and you're going to write down what baby animals can do. Okay? What can baby animals do? Remember, we're talking about the way baby animals move, right? They get up and go. So I want you to tell me what baby animals can do. How can they move? All right, good job, superstars. All right, superstars, I want you to get your Wonders California Unit 1 book out so we can continue reading in it. And I want you to turn to page 26. Okay, let's read this together. The title of this story is We can. We is your high frequency word. You're going to practice reading this every day, okay? We can. So what do you think this story is about? There's animals. So it's things that animals can do, right? So let's read and see what it's about. We can walk. So they can walk. Remember, we're talking about how animals move. So we can walk. What else can they do? We can hop. So the kangaroos can hop. We can climb. The koalas climb in a tree. We can run. The zebras are running. We can hug. The bears, the mama and the baby cub are hugging. Okay, so practice reading that story every day. All right, now we're going to read a new story. And this story is I can, we can. All right, let's begin. I can swim. So it shows the baby elephant swimming. I can swim. Repeat that after me. I can swim. Good job. We can swim. So now the baby and the mom are swimming together. Here's our high frequency word that you're learning. We. We can swim. I can fly. All right, you should know this word too. I can fly. So it's showing a bird flying. We can fly. So now we can fly. The baby and the mom are flying together. We can fly. We can run. All of the animals are running. Okay, so I want you to read this in your book also. Let's look. It says, write about the text. You're not going to write in your book. We're just going to read this, but you can get another piece of paper and write this, okay? So, this is talking about the stories that we read. So here, this little girl responded to the prompt, how are the tiger and zebra the same? So she wrote, the tiger has stripes, and she drew a picture of a tiger. So how are they the same? The tiger has stripes, the zebra has stripes, and she drew a picture. So you can do that on a separate piece of paper, okay? So over here, the word zebra is a noun. So a noun is a part of grammar, and that means a person, place, or thing. Zebra is a name, so it's the name of an animal. It's a noun. A noun is a person, place, or thing. Okay? So You can do this on a piece of paper. You can see how the zebra and the tiger are alike. So you're comparing the two. And just remember our little story here. You're writing about the text. So you can do that on another piece of paper. And it's good to read this too. So I want you to read through this book every day. All right, superstars, we are finished. So until next time, I will see you later. I want you to have a wonderful day. Bye.